The 2000s are considered by some to be the most recent golden age of television. Shows from that era like The Sopranos, Breaking Bad, and The Wire are staples on many best TV series lists that you will come across.
Let the poets write about that there, Byron.
Another usual suspect on those lists is Aaron Sorkin's The West Wing. Premiering during the 99 to 2000 television season, The West Wing surprised the network experts and took the country by storm with its witty, fast-paced dialogue and elaborate walk-and-talk style.
Hey there, fella. She deserves a nice room and some supper.
You like doing that, don't you, sir?
Yeah.
My brother and I have concluded our watch-through and wanted to amass the 10 best scenes from Season 1 of The West Wing. There is nothing official about this list other than the fusion of our own opinions. Without a doubt, we probably missed some excellent offerings, so feel free to shoot us an email or let us know in the comments how you would have voted.
You know, I'm so sick of Congress I could vomit.
Regardless, it should be a ton of fun. My name is Mike, and I'm here with my brother Dan.
Hello.
Come join us as we pull some big ideas off the small screen. This is Rerun Retrospect Ranks.
Ad number 10, Father of a Gay Son. Season 1, Episode 13, Take Out the Trash Day.
There really aren't a lot of political victories for the Bartlett administration. That truth is highlighted in this scene because the staff has assumed the father's silence was because of some self-inflicted shame. In this meeting with CJ and Mandy, we find out they couldn't have been more wrong.
I want to know what quality necessary to being a parent the president feels my son lacked. I want to know from this president, who has served not one day in uniform. I had 2 tours in Vietnam. I want to know what quality necessary to being a soldier this president feels my son lacked. Lady, I'm not embarrassed that my son was gay. My government is.
Yeah, I did not see this coming. Great plot twist. I was convinced Dad was ashamed. And at number 9, Not What I Wanted. Season 1, Episode 12, He Shall From Time to Time.
In my opinion, depth of character isn't just about personality traits and decisions that are made, but also the relationships between the characters. Those relationships are on full display in this scene where Josh and Sam refuse to let Leo fall on his sword and blatantly encourage the president to openly support Leo through his addiction history reveal.
You did it again.
Leo.
You did it again.
I understand you're being pissed off at us for going behind
Has the president seen it?
Yes, and
Who gave it to him?
Leo.
Who gave it to him?
I did. I did.
What, you giving me Abbott and Costello?
I did.
I told you.
They want to tear you down, plain and simple. They don't like you, so this is what they do. And for us not to defend you, I disobeyed you, I apologize, but that's the way it is.
Leo,
Yeah,
the First Lady's in your office.
thank you. This is not what I wanted.
Yeah, Leo is loved and we see it over and over, but this scene captures it best for Season 1. And at number 8, we have Mr. Willis Wisdom. Season 1, Episode 6, Mr. Willis of Ohio.
Mr. Willis is an 8th grade social studies teacher who is tasked with taking over his now deceased wife's congressional seat. Toby is especially encouraged by Mr. Willis's genuine and heartfelt sensibilities. I think this is a great example of the idealism for which Sorkin is known. Now, whether you find this idealism inspiring or a little too fanciful, it's hard to argue that it isn't entertaining.
Mr. Willis?
You can call me Joe.
If you don't mind me asking, sir, what changed your mind?
What do you mean?
Well, I know it was an expediency, sir. I was wondering what changed your mind.
You did. I thought you made a very strong argument.
Well, thank you. I'm smiling because, well, around here, the merits of a particular argument generally take a back seat to political tactics.
I would imagine.
Yeah.
It worked on me.
I was taking advantage of you, sir.
I know.
There's some things I did not mention. First of all, it is partisan. Second of all, I'm not wild about the precedent.
You mean?
What's to stop us from saying we don't need elections? We'll just use polling data. 1,150 people with a sampling error of plus or minus 3 will decide who runs the country.
I thought about that.
And?
It's okay by me, as long as it's not the same people who decide what's on television.
Yeah, this is a great gotcha moment. I didn't know the twist was coming, and it was fun watching the congressman backstep. And at number 7, Breaks Over, Season 1, Episode 1 in the pilot.
Initially, The West Wing was supposed to focus almost entirely on the staff, with limited screen time for the actual president. That all changed when test groups fell in love with Martin Sheen's portrayal of President Bartlett. His sharp intellect and sarcasm, combined with his fatherly compassion, created a compelling character that left audiences wanting more.
Hello, Mr. President. Did you have a nice trip, sir? How's the ankle, sir? Seems to me we've all been taking a little break. Thinking about our personal lives or thinking about keeping our jobs. Breaks are good. It's not a bad idea to take a break every now and then. I know how hard you all work. There was this time that Annie came to me with this press clipping. Seems these theologians down in South America were all excited because this little girl from Chile had sliced open a tomato, and the inside flesh of the tomato had actually formed a perfect rosary. The theologians commented that they thought this was a very impressive girl. Annie commented that she thought it was a very impressive tomato. Don't know what made me think of that. Naval intelligence reports approximately 1,200 Cubans left Havana this morning. Approximately 700 turned back due to severe weather. Some 350 are missing and presumed dead. 137 have been taken into custody in Miami and are seeking asylum. With the clothes on their back, they came through a storm. And the ones that didn't die want a better life, and they want it here. Talk about impressive. My point is this. Break's over.
Bartlett is very commanding, sets him up as the most intriguing character in this series. And at number 6, Presidential Pain Med, Season 1, Episode 4, 5 votes down.
Shows with an ensemble cast often have one character dedicated to providing the comic relief. Not so with The West Wing. From Josh attending meetings and fishing waiters to CJ's emergency root canal, everyone gets their turn to play the jester, even the president.
So, tell me what the problem is, Toby.
I'm Sam, sir.
Sam, of course you are.
Sir? Sir? The situation basically is this. I arranged for a friend to testify to commerce on internet stocks, while simultaneously, but unrelated to that, bought a technology issue which, partly due to my friend's testimony, shot through the roof.
Toby. Toby. Toby's a nice name, don't you think?
Leo, can we possibly do this meeting at another time?
No, please, Leo. I know my body. I mean, I know my muscles are not, but my mind is sharp. I can focus. I am focused. You all know that about me. Here's what I think we ought to do. Was I just saying something?
Great comedic relief. Why does Toby ask Bartlett a serious question?
Well, since we are halfway through our list, we want to take a short detour and look at some of the worst scenes from Season 1 of The West Wing. Like this one. And this one. And this one. Yeah, I think you see exactly what we're doing here.
I'm gonna throw up.
Alright, maybe these scenes aren't the worst, but it's no secret that the Mandy character just didn't work. It was no fault of the actress, Moira Kelly, but rather in comparison to the other actors, Mandy just didn't have the same depth.
Aaron Sorkin is, in our estimation, one of the great screenwriters of our time. So it's kind of nice to see he, in fact, is human. And he can swing and miss. Well, in this case, a 22 at-bat slump. Okay, back to the list.
Listen, it's not gonna be Mandy, right?
Nope.
Anyone but Mandy.
At number 5, the MS Reveal, Season 1, Episode 12, He Shall From Time to Time.
When Abby is confronted by Leo about the president's behavior, we get what is arguably the biggest twist from Season 1. This reveal comes out of nowhere and lays the groundwork for some great episodes in future seasons.
Of course, I wouldn't do anything to jeopardize the president's health. What I'm saying...
Leo, please.
Hey. This is me. This has happened before. I see you trying to cover the panic. I see you prescribing medication. I think you're giving him shots. What does he have he can't tell people?
He has the flu.
Oh, you would not have come back for the flu, Abby.
He fainted. He was running a fever.
Abby?
He has multiple sclerosis, Leo.
Oh, Abby.
The First Lady and Leo interaction was fantastic. This is me. Bartlett looks vulnerable for the first time. At number 4, Charlie and Mrs Landingham, Season 1, Episode 10, In Excelsis Deo.
This scene is a powerhouse. We really get to feel for Mrs. Landingham, and the fact that she is sharing her loss with Charlie, who has lost his own mother within the last year, adds to the weight this scene carries.
Their father and I begged them, but they wanted to go where people needed doctors. Their father and I begged them, but you can't tell kids anything. So they joined up as medics, and 4 months later they were pinned down during a fight in Da Nang and were killed by enemy fire. That was Christmas Eve, 1970. You know, they were so young, Charlie. They were your age. It's hard when that happens so far away, you know, because with the noises and the shooting, they had to be so scared. It's hard not to think that right then they needed their mother. Anyway, I miss my boys.
I don't know if two characters could be more likable while making the audience so sad. At number 3, Bartlett and the Priest, Season 1, Episode 14, Take This Sabbath Day.
Balancing personal belief and the responsibility of the presidency is a common theme in The West Wing. That struggle is on full display as Bartlett meets with his childhood priest and discusses a difficult decision.
I want you to know that I had a number of people on my staff search for a reason the public would find palatable to commute the sentence. Technicality. Any evidence of racism.
So your staff spent the weekend looking for a way out?
Yeah.
Like the kid in the right field who doesn't want the ball to get hit to him.
I'm the leader of a democracy, Tom. 71% of the people support capital punishment. People have spoken, the courts have spoken.
Did you call the Pope?
Yeah.
And how do you do that?
Oh, for crying out loud, Tom. I open my mouth and say, somebody give me the Pope.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. President, but I was thinking... You're just this kid from my parish, and now you're calling the Pope.
As of the airing of this episode, the U.S. had only one Catholic president, and Sorkin dives right into the issue. Number 2, Toby finds dead vet's brother, Season 1, Episode 10, In Excelsis Deo.
The West Wing has a history of excellent Christmas episodes, and Season 1 sets the bar extremely high. Toby seeks out the brother of a homeless veteran who died while wearing a coat he donated to the Salvation Army. He becomes passionate about ensuring the veteran has a proper burial.
I'm sorry. This is absolutely none of my business. Your brother is entitled to a proper funeral with mourners, and I think he deserves an honor guard. And you don't know me, but I'm an influential person. I'm a very powerful person, and I would like to arrange it.
A funeral?
Are you going to be here tomorrow?
Yeah.
So that if I come and pick you up in the morning, and then I'll bring you back after.
I'll make sure he's here.
Will you? Thank you.
For me, this is a throat-hardening scene, trying to hold back the tears. And it's also the one episode that makes you really start liking Toby. And finally, at number 1, Leo Confronts Bartlett. Season 1, Episode 19, Let Bartlett Be Bartlett.
Often throughout our podcast, we spoke about the ability to speak truth to power. This scene shows how strong the bond that Bartlett and Leo really have. What starts as a heated argument turns into one of the most inspiring moments of season 1.
Everyone's waiting for you. I don't know how much longer.
I don't want to feel like this anymore.
You don't have to.
I don't want to go to sleep like this.
You don't have to.
I want to speak.
Say it out loud. Say it to me.
This is more important than re-election. I want to speak now.
Say it again.
This is more important than re-election. I want to speak now.
Now we're in business.
What's happening?
We got our asses kicked in the first quarter, but it's time to get up off the mat.
Yes.
Say it.
This is more important than re-election. I want to speak now.
I'm going to talk to the staff. I'm going to take them off the leash.
You have a strategy for all this?
I have the beginnings of one.
What is it?
I'm going to try that for a little while.
This is the season-defining episode that makes Bartlett the most interesting character on the show.
Well, that's the list. What do you think? Are there any of our selections you want to veto? Were there any other scenes that were absent on our ballots? Did you find our opinions to be both sophomoric and moronic? That's okay. We're nothing if not consistent in proving that hindsight's not always 20/20. This has been Rerun Retrospect Reigns.